I'm back. Today I'm going to be talking about Queensrÿche's new album, Digital Noise Alliance. DNA, hence the acronym there, Digital Noise Alliance. It's the DNA strand, which the DNA strand with the two things with the little ladder-like thing. Little like things in between the strands are known as a double helix. Let's get into this. This is Queensrÿche's 16th album, and it's their 4th with Todd LaTorre. Now, it's pretty good. I like the verdict. I like the previous one. This one I was hoping for, I guess, to be a little bit better. I know if you're questioning on why'd you buy the Tapestry then, it's because I was anticipating this one to be like a really cool, heavy, awesome album. And Extremist is a really cool song. We'll kick it off with that one. That is a real cool song. It's a good opener. It's a song that makes you think, yeah, hey, Queensrÿche still has it and still kicking ass and all that other stuff. But the album falls kind of short. So Extremist is a really cool song, and I do like it. It's great vocals, drums, and everything on the song. Kind of reminds me of, I don't want to say reminds me of Empire, but some people have mentioned it, and it kind of reminds me of Empire, to the fact when I bought Empire in 1990, I was like kind of let down, I guess, also too. It wasn't anything incredible. Into the next song. Chapters is an okay song. It sounds good. I don't really love it. Lost in Sorrow is a good song. I like the structure of that song. I like the bass, drums, and guitar. And it's a pretty good song. I don't mind. Sick Death has a cool guitar sound. I like that one too. That song is pretty good. The vocals on it are okay. The song is alright. There's something about it, I don't really love that song either. But it's good, and I know I've listened to this album like at least probably like 4 to 6 times. I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to listen to find more stuff. Different aspects of the album that I like. Behind the Walls is a really cool one. I really like this one. It's got some cool keyboards in it. And it has a cool chorus, and this is a really strong song as far as the songwriting goes. I really think that this is one of the better songs off of this album, Behind the Walls. Casey Grillo is a great drummer. I think there's just a couple of songs on here where his drums could have been up a little bit more. I know what you're thinking of. You suck at drums and all that other stuff. True, but I mean, this guy was a good replacement for Scott Rockenfield, but he could have shined a little more if the drums and the guitar were just turned up more. That's all I'm saying. I've listened to a bunch of other different albums, of course, before, and the sound of it, the guitar sounds good, but the guitar and drums are just a little low. It's almost like Mutt Lange produced this album, and he wanted to tune and tone it down a little bit. Just my honest opinion. Nocturnal Light has some cool guitar riffs, but it's another slow song. There's too many slow songs on here. That's what throws me off. I don't mind a good ballad or two. I think every single album should have like at least a couple of ballads on it, maybe, for bands like this. But once you're kicking forward or more ballads, then it kind of defeats the purpose of like a whole ballad. A ballad's supposed to stick out, but when you have a clump of them on an album, and it's just almost like a ballad album. It's kind of like what Def Leppard has done. Out of the Black has a really cool guitar riff, but once again, and guitar sound. But once again, it's recorded too low. I think just the guitar could have been more heavier sounding. Forest is a slow song. It's another ballad. I understand what it's about. I get that. It's like a Hallmark type of like a music video that they did for it. And it's just another one of those songs that, it's a depressing song, and it's just another song off the album that's just, it's too slow. Once again, it's just more, I mean, if they're going to keep one or two of the ballads, this is one to keep, I guess. Realms has that Revolution calling feel, right, where he's hitting the ride cymbal. Well, Scott Rockenfield did. And it's another slow song. I don't really love it. It's another song that it's cool. The China boys in it that he's crashing are really cool. They sound amazing on the album. The drums sound awesome. Once again, they could have been turned up a touch. They're a little too low on several of the songs on here. And a quick note for you. I'm just giving an honest review. I'm not going to be saying, oh hey, this is the greatest album and stuff like that. I just expected more from like wicked musicianship, similar to whether I guess it's Metallica, Def Leppard, and Iron Maiden. All those bands are, they have wicked musicianship. You're expecting something that's going to stand out, something that's going to be like really kick-ass and like, oh hey, that's an awesome track or that's an awesome piece or whatever. Not just a bunch of songs that are geared towards one audience or they try to make it commercial. I mean, let's face it, a lot of the bands now these days, a lot of the bands that were out in the 80s these days, older bands, when they're making albums, I guess if they're trying to impress anybody, they should be trying to impress their older rocking fans who want something awesome, who just want something. I know it's not the 80s more and all that other horseshit, but still, something that's just going to kick ass guitar-wise and sound-wise and drum-wise and everything. They have the ability to do it, but they do not. The cool one too, because it shows the whole thing with the computer stuff and the girls that are doing their, the modeling, these try-on hauls and all that stuff. And then it's the Instagram, and follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and all that other horseshit. Don't fall for Patreon at all. Regardless how popular I ever get, which I doubt, I will never be asking money on Patreon or do any of that stuff. If you see commercials on any of my videos, it's because they monetize it themselves because I used a piece of music or a piece of footage or something that they own the rights to. That's why you'll see a commercial on my videos. Other than that, once again, no Patreon, no PayPal me and all this other horseshit. I'm doing it old school. I'm doing this for the fun of it. I'm not doing it to make money. Well, here's the really cool part. At least this album ends with two really good songs. Tormentum is a cool rocking song. I really like that one. I like the drums, the guitar, and the vocals on that. And I like how the song goes. I really like that one. It's a cool rocking one. So Tormentum is up there definitely with Hold On and In Extremis. And probably one of my top 3 or 4 songs off of the album. Okay, so just like with all the other albums I've been reviewing lately or newer albums that have come out, usually those albums have like one cover tune. And once again, these guys picked a really good song and they did a wicked job on it. They covered Billy Idol's Rebel Yell, which is an awesome song, and they really did it really cool too. They even added their own little, I don't know, tweak or whatever the heck you want to call it. A little bit of their own keyboard sound in there. You hear a little bit of a slight difference where they did something kind of different in there with the keyboards. But anyways, that's a cool rocking song. It's a cool cover song. It's good that they did it. And hey, what can I say? I like this album cover. I like Queensrÿche. I like several of the songs off here. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to lie within my reviews. I just want to give an honest review. I don't think it's an incredible album. If it was, I'd be telling you so. And I kind of always hoped and wish it would be. I'm waiting for one of these bands to put out a kick-ass album like how Judas Priest did. I know this isn't a Judas Priest video, but anyways, I'm going to be doing some more videos coming up and stuff, and thanks for watching. Watch more of my videos. Comment in the thing if you think there's one specific thing that I missed. Of course, you're probably not going to. But comment in the comment section if there's one thing specifically I missed off this album that you think stands out. Whether it's a song or whether it's a piece of a song. Because to me, nothing really stands out on Digital Noise Alliance. DNA. See ya.